Hello students, good morning once again. In this third video of this chapter, the Kingdom of Fools. How fool these people are, we know very well. Their way of living, their way of practicing things, their way of justice, their way of living. As you know, they practicing different type of things which generally totally opposite of this word, normal word. Their way of imparting justice is really very funny one. You love to see you see the way of imparting justice to people, totally different. A person who did burglary, he was not responsible. The person who was the owner of the house, whose wall fell on him, the owner was responsible for making a big wall, and finally he was called to the court on the complaint of burglar's brother, who made complaint that my brother was pursuing his old business, and as he was coming out of the house, the wall fell on him and he died. Merchant, maybe that owner of the house, who was a rich person, summoned by the king, who appeared in the king court, and he pleaded, he gave argument. He accepted that the wall which fell was his house wall, but he is not responsible for making this wall. The person, bricklayer, who made this one, made mistake, who made big wall and the wall fell down. So he is not responsible for making this wall. So that person, bricklayer, must be called. Then someone was sent to the bricklayer. Bricklayer appeared in the court. He accepted that he made this wall, and he made this wall big due to one dancer who moved up and down on that day when he was making wall, and she distracted his mind. Due to her anklet jingling and pacing up and down through all the day, distracted his mind, so he made a weak wall. Due to this reason, he is not responsible for making weak wall. That dancing girl who moved up and down during the day, on the day which I made this wall, responsible for this murder. Then this dancing girl, she was called by the king to ask her side the reason whether she was responsible or not. So let us start rest part of the story. Here see, then this lady was questioned. Did you walk up and down the street many years ago while the poor man was building a wall? Did you see him? She accepted. Yes, my lord. I remember it very well. So you did walk up and down with your anklet jingling? King asked question. This means that you disturbed this poor bricklayer. His mind was distracted due to your anklet jingling. So you must be punished. See, you were young and you were distracted him, so he built a bad wall. This is the reason. At that time you were young and you distracted his mind, and due to that he made weak wall. And it has fallen on a poor burglar and killed him. So you have killed an innocent man. You will have to be punished. So finally, king made this dancing girl responsible for killing this innocent burglar. He was a burglar but innocent one, okay? You see, according to their procedure, the system which these people have. So you will have to be punished. She thought for a minute and said, My lord, wait. I know now why I was walking up and down that street. I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry for me. He was lazy scoundrel. He made so many excuses, said he would give it now and he would give it then, and so on all the day. This girl accepted that is a right reason, but she told king that she was not responsible for pacing up and down through the day. That merchant goldsmith to whom I had given gold to make some jewelry, and this scoundrel, you see, was very lazy one, careless one. He called me now and then, and you just see he delayed in making my jewelry. So I paced up and down whole the day to get my jewelry. This was the reason, so I am not responsible for distracting the mind of this bricklayer. So he made so many excuses. You come now, you come then, you come then, like that way. Maybe that he called me so many times during the day, and this way. And he made me walk up and down to his house a dozen times. That was when the bricklayer saw me. It's not my fault, my lord. It's damned goldsmith's fault. This is the fault of that goldsmith. This is not my fault, my lord. But this goldsmith who made me come whole the day up and down and called, you come then, now, and then and he called me to come, you come after some time. So this way I am not responsible. The man, this goldsmith, responsible for just calling me, and when I came up and down just to see that the man saw me who was laying bricks made wall, and this way this thing happened. Poor thing, she absolutely right, thought the king, begging the evidence. We have got the real culprit at last. Get the goldsmith whenever he is hiding at once, wherever he is hiding. Then someone was given to the goldsmith, and he just king thought this real culprit he has got, and this way something that is he is now claiming that justice would be given to that. Get the golds whenever he is hiding at once. See, the king's valets searched for the goldsmith who was hiding in a corner of his shop. When he heard the accusation against him, he had his own story to tell. When this man was brought to the court and he heard this whole the story, the accusation, the blaming to him for this reason, he had something more to tell the king. My lord, he said, I am a poor goldsmith. It's true. I made this dancer come many times to my door. I gave her excuse because I couldn't finish making her jewelry before I finished the rich merchant order. They had a wedding coming and they wouldn't wait. You know how impatient rich men are. He gave this another plea. He accepted. That is right, I did these things. I called her so many times to my shop, but I had already taken the order of a rich merchant and he had a wedding at his home. So you know that how impatient these people, rich people are. So I was not able to complete this his job on time. That's why I called her so many times during the day, and this was the reason. But I am not responsible. That rich merchant was responsible who had given me order to make jewelry, and he wouldn't wait. That's why this is the reason. Who is this rich merchant who kept you from finishing the poor woman's jewelry, made her walk up and down, which distracted the bricklayer, which made a mess of his wall, and which has now fallen on an innocent man and killed him? Can you name him? Then finally he asked the name of this rich merchant who had given order to make jewelry. Means that rich merchant responsible for giving the order, not this that burglar who burgled, who theft in that house after breaking in the house. He was not responsible. Burglar was innocent. Responsible who made house, responsible who having house, who responsible who ordered to make jewelry. That is, you see, and a responsible the dancer who went up and down, and she distracted the mind of this. This is the thing. See, so he called this man to just come to his court, and then he finally gave his verdict, his justice. So this much enough for today. For the rest of the thing I will come again. Thank you very much.